Hi, I'm Dr. Rosie Kuhn, and this series of videos is called Spiritual Dilemmas. And the reason I'm doing these videos, the intention of these videos is to support and empower you to cultivate a relationship with yourself that's beyond what you've perhaps been doing and thinking and believing for the last how many ever years you've been on the planet. And to begin to expand yourself into having a relationship with your emotional self, your spiritual self, yourself in a way that you haven't yet had. My experience, my trainings, my education, the work that I've done on myself and with my clients supports me in being able to support and empower you to think for yourself, think what you think, and know what you think, truth, and trust that you are on the right track for yourself. And you know the difference between being on the right track with yourself and when you're not on the right track with yourself. This is a really good point, which we're going to today, which is we know when we're off track and we know when we're on track. We know it. And we can continue to act as if, when we're being off track, we can continue to do that. I know a lot of people who use substances. They know what they're doing. They know that using those substances is potentially harmful to them in whatever way it is. They know that. And yet they're on that track and that's what they're doing. So each of us knows what we're doing and why we're doing it. So part of that is the need to control the outcome. We like to know, we like to control the outcome. So for instance, if I I know what I'm going to experience, if I'm feeling irritability, if I'm feeling frustrated, if I'm feeling just uncomfortable in myself, I know what to do to make myself feel better. I know how to control my feeling part of myself. I like to control my feelings. I like to control what my body feels like. I like that control. And I have a need to try to control that so that I can know the outcome. And we're doing this all the time. We're we're doing this controlling thing because we want the outcome that we want. We don't want uncertainty. We don't want uh, um, unknown. We don't want to be in this sort of void abyssness of, I don't know what's going to happen in our life. We like to have a sense of control over the outcome. So if I'm feeling irritable and restless and discontent, I'm feeling this discomfort and life is uncertain, I know that if I go have some cookies, I'm going to feel calmer. That gives me a sense of control. And that's, in many ways, a good thing. It's a very good thing that we know how to create a sense of calm, and whether it's cookies or meditation or alcohol or a walk outside or a prayer book or whatever it is, we all know what that is. And we can do that for ourselves. Now, the dilemma is if that keeps taking me in a direction that isn't uh, getting me where I want to go, I know eating those cookies is going to give me a headache and won't let me sleep at night. I know that, and I want to sleep at night. Then I have to make a different choice. But I don't know how to be without my cookies as my comfort. I don't know how to do that. So the willingness to see I have a need to try to control the outcome. For me to see that and go, I need to try to control the outcome. I believe I have to try to control the outcome. The emphasis on the word try to control, because the bottom line is I can't control anything outside myself. So the truth is, can I control the outcome? No. Can I try to control the outcome? Yes. Is that going to serve me to try to control the outcome? That's the question, right? And but to the need, it's like an addiction. We have an addiction because so unconscious to go, I need to try to control this. You might be in a relationship with somebody or your work is going a certain way and it's stressful and it's like, I need to try to control this because you want an outcome, a particular outcome that isn't yet happening. So our need to try to control is the addiction here in this process. So when we can begin to recognize that and say, I'm going to just notice that the way I'm thinking right now, or the thoughts that I'm thinking, is because I'm trying to control the outcome, then we're become more conscious of it, and now we're more at choice. So quite often, here's a really great example of that, is did you ever have a conversation with somebody and it didn't go the way you wanted it to? And so you keep rehearsing the way that you wanted to say it so it would have gone the way you wanted it to. That's a perfect example of trying to control, or the need to try to control the outcome. Or you're going to have a conversation with somebody tomorrow or this afternoon, or you don't want to have a conversation with this person, but you gotta. And so you begin to rehearse over and over and over again. And it's like, so what's the source of that rehearsing? It's I'm trying to control the outcome. And you might go, well, that's a good thing. It's like, yeah, it can be a good thing, but if you're concentrating on that, then can you actually have the authentic, clear response of who you are in the moment of that conversation and authentically be you and not what you've rehearsed? Now, that's a big question. So we haven't gotten there yet because we're still right here in this mindfulness, or becoming more mindful of how you, how I, how we have this need to try to control, and how we can just become more conscious of this need to try to control. And as we become, like I said, as we become more conscious of that and witness ourselves doing this, we can become more at choice. So I can say, okay, I've rehearsed this 13 times. Now I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to control it. Let go and let God. Let go and let the outcome be what it's going to be, because it's going to be what it is anyway. A friend of mine used the phrase which is used in Al-Anon a lot, which is we're always trying to do a forced solution. We're trying to control and create a solution, make a solution happen, versus allowing the solution to happen, because that's the natural flow. Big dilemma. Can I let it go? Can I let it be what it is? That's where we're at in this conversation. We have this need to try to control the outcome. We're going to watch it, observe it, see what happens. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, your experience with your need to control, or your attempt to try to stop that process. And let me know how that is for you. And I'd love to have you like this if you think it's been valuable for you. Please share it to those who you think also might find it of value, and please subscribe. All right, thanks very much. Bye for now.